Manchester United played at a goalless draw with Crystal Palace. That game was played in the home of Crystal Palace. Rashford was on the bench. Zirkzee started that game. He started Eriksen and Kobe in the midfield. He put in two young players, Garnacho from the left and Ahmad from the right. He was trying to use these young boys to attack Crystal Palace, but in the first half they played lovely football, but second half they dropped their level and that game ended 0-0, John. If you look at that game, do you think that Manchester United did enough for them to win that game? They didn't win the game, but if you look at the first half, Garnacho hit the post. I think had a one-on-one chance where the keeper saved. He missed a couple of chances. Fernandes, from that rebound or from Garnacho's hitting the bar, he hit his own bar. But at the end of the day, that game ended 0-0.
You know, it was an unfortunate game to end 0-0 because Manchester United started the game well. You know, they started the game with attacking football. Garnacho getting a couple of opportunities. Bruno Fernandes creating a couple of opportunities for Manchester United. The big standout moment for me in the first half was the Garnacho missing that remarkable opportunity on goal when it came off the crossbar, and Bruno Fernandes with the rebound also coming off the crossbar, and Manchester United getting a couple of opportunities through set pieces. We saw Ligt miss two headers.
Actually,
we saw Zirkzee get another free header out of nowhere, which went off target. But beside these opportunities, they couldn't take the chances. You know, they couldn't finish well. They couldn't get any looking on goal. Manchester United dominated possession. They dominated attempts created. They had more of the ball. And Crystal Palace were just content to sit back and defend, soak up pressure, and try to hit on the break. For virtually 50 to 60 minutes, it was Manchester United with the ball, trying again and again and again to go forward. Crystal Palace just defending, not really able to pass out of their 18, you know, which, you know, doesn't speak well about them. But at the end of the day, they held out for a point, and
which is crucial for them.
Yeah, crucial for them. You can't begrudge them that because they played into their strengths and they couldn't, you know, convert the opportunities. They didn't have opportunity to get more goals or more chances on goals. They just had two chances in the first half.
That SS Smith was massive.
Yes.
He could have trapped that ball and smashed it.
You know, he played it straight at Onana, and then
he passed it to Onana, which they just passed it ball to Onana. I didn't understand that.
Yeah, you also saw the second one that Sarr was able to cut back the ball in the 18 and lay off to him.
He missed two clear chances.
He missed it as well. So I think for Crystal Palace, if they had played Eddie Nketiah starting up in that 9 position, they could have gotten more opportunities because they went with Matthijs in that position while Nketiah was playing off the flanks. But by the time Nketiah was moving into that 9, he had already burnt all his energy playing down the wing, trying to track back, moving forward. And so they couldn't maximize Nketiah in that team. And I think Glasner needs to tweak that. If he's going to start if he's going to start Matthijs, Nketiah should be coming in fresh in the second half to put Manchester United or any other opponent at bay, and then have someone else playing. Maybe start Sarr rather than Nketiah in that position.
Okay, do you think that them losing 4-0 last season played a part to this? They were, even though they were attacking, they had it in the back of their mind that if they attack too much, we might concede a goal. Do you think that it played a part for them not to go on attack? Because at some point in the first half they tried to go on attack. In the second half, I think they dropped a little bit, even though they were trying to attack. Or do you think that him removing Zirkzee was crucial? Because if you know, when you remove Zirkzee can hold up play.
Yes.
He can come and join in and hold up play. He calls himself a 9.5. That means he can play as a midfielder, attacking midfielder, or as a number 9. But when they brought in Rashford, he was just trying to move the ball ahead of the last defender, which didn't work. So do you think he played a part, them losing 4-0 last season at Crystal Palace, and then removing Zirkzee in the second half? That's why their tempo dropped in the second half.
I think one, Manchester United started with the tempo they did because they came out to try to get a revenge for last season's loss at Crystal Palace, and then they started with Zirkzee. That was the right move to do because Zirkzee gave them a lot of options up forward, and we saw him.
Link-up play was fine.
Link-up play was fine. Build-up play. Zirkzee was also a threat when you have set pieces coming in. He got a couple of headers. But the minute Zirkzee came off and Rashford came on, we didn't see the runs from Rashford. We didn't see any towering figure up front in the 18 trying to get service from the wingers. We just saw Rashford leaving that role empty, drifting in from the flanks. And you need to have somebody there for somebody to send the ball to. Nobody is just going to send the ball hoping that you will leave where you are down the flanks and come into the center row. So I think Manchester United need to have that conversation with the team. If you are going to play Rashford in that 9 position, then the instruction should be sit in that hole and wait for service.
Wait for the services. Now trying to move ball from the right on from the left. Before, if you are a striker, for you to do that, you have to be skillful.
Yes.
Like Thierry Henry used to hang around the left side, even when he was playing with Arsenal.
Yes.
Because he knew he could cut back and dribble anybody, but Rashford is not like that. Okay, but if you look at Ten Hag, that game, truthfully, they played well. The only thing that was missing in that game was a goal. Yes. Do you think that Ten Hag, we are talking about giving him time to build. Look at what he's been doing. He lost against Liverpool. Then he won the last game. Now this game he got a draw. Do you think that he's still the right person to move them forward? And probably next 2-3 games we will see more of this kind of play from Manchester United, because this is kind of play everybody was actually looking for, where they dominate the ball, where they pass well. They had about almost 800 passes completed. Do you know, when they dominate the ball, where they play well, and even if they don't win, at least your team played well. Do you think that him staying with this style of play, that he can take Manchester United forward in this league?
I think yes. I think yes. He's shown us something tonight that we haven't seen with Manchester United. It's not every time you see Manchester United create chance upon chance upon chance, get opportunities, and kudos to the young players within the team. He's building a couple of these names in the first 11 wouldn't have averagely been there if it wasn't for Erik Ten Hag. So yes, Erik Ten Hag is taking a step in the right direction. I just want to see them do more and then make their chances count. That's just the only thing, because at the end of the day, when you look at a goalless scoreline, you are not going to see all the attempts they had on goal. You are not going to see all the close moments.
You are just going to
see 0-0. And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, that's what the critics are going to hold on to. They're not going to see how they play. They're not going to see performance. They're not going to see work ethic. They're going to see at Crystal Palace 0-0. And they need to make chances count.
Do you think that they can qualify for top 4? Based on how they have been playing, they win, lose, draw. Do you think they can qualify for this top 4? Because this top 4 is going to be hard. Chelsea want to play Champions League. Arsenal, obviously, somehow they are now there. They are not actually battling to win games. They most time win comfortably. Manchester City are there. So a lot of players, even Spurs, are winning their games. But if Ten Hag doesn't qualify for the Champions League, do you think that Manchester United will sack him?
I think there's a greater threat if he doesn't qualify for the Champions League this season. Okay, the only way he's going to avoid the sack is if he can win a trophy again. That's the only way he can keep the sack letter at bay. Win a trophy, finish in the top 4 or top 5 or top 6.
Okay,
and
finally, the Ligt played a good football today. You can see the reason why Manchester United brought him into that team. He marshaled that defense very well. He made even Martinez, I said Martinez wasn't doing anything.
Yeah,
he actually played. He tackled well. I remember this particular tackle in the second half when he slid in to actually get the ball when they were wanting to cross the ball inside the 18. So the Ligt, how have you made of his performance in the last 3 games he has played?
For me, the Ligt has been good. We saw him get the header in that game a couple of days back from the header from a set piece. We saw him get 2 credible chances for Manchester United tonight. Both of them well defended by the goalkeeper. When you see Man City and you see them playing set pieces, you are looking at Diaz or Stones to get you those extra goals. When you see Arsenal, you're looking at Gabriel or Saliba, and now Manchester United can say they have a De Ligt who creates something for them coming into set pieces. That is an advantage to the team. So he is looking like a centre half who can get in on the goals for Manchester United as well. But if you look at the defending too, he's very comfortable on the ball. He passes the ball forward. If you look at the game today, a lot of the initiative to move the ball forward came from him rather than Ligt, because Ligt will always move the ball to Diego Dalot, back to him, back to Dele. Dele moves it forward. So good one for him in that perspective. Let's see how Manchester United's back four builds on this performance, because they have a good performance today against Crystal Palace.
Okay, Ten Hag and Manchester United played very well today. Only thing lacking today was a goal. Somehow they tried and tried, especially in the first half where they hit the bar twice, but they couldn't get that week. Okay, let's see what Manchester United and Ten Hag will be doing throughout the rest of the season. I think that I don't know their target of Manchester United, but at least they should qualify for top four. That means they should be playing Champions League next season. Anything less than that, probably they will sack him.